CNN is fake news. They engaged in propaganda for 2 years against the American people. They need to be shut down.
Is it the
all lives matter? I don't
is
know
it
how you
is it the scars?
No, it's the creepy voice.
You want to know how I got them?
You drew on yourself?
You see, I went to a Black Lives Matter protest. You see,
Riot.
and the niggas and Antifa, they grabbed me and they held me down and they said, "Give us reparations, white man."
Right, so today we're talking about the real life Joker. I mean, this guy's got a backstory and everything, to be honest. If the Joker was a real person, it would be him. And honestly, it makes me feel for him for how a movement that was supposed to provide good and make people less racist has turned a man. He wouldn't have gone down the path he's gone if his situation was handled correctly. Anyway, so before we start, I want to confirm that I do not agree with this man's views, nor am I justifying it, I'm just explaining what happened and my opinions on the situation. So Gypsy Crusader, also known as Paul Miller, you probably would have seen some of his clips before, probably on YouTube or on TikTok. If I'm going to be honest, he's a very funny person. I'm going to play a clip right now.
That's not what 15-year-olds do.
Well, whatever they do, go do it.
I mean, do you think I have, like, no life experience on me?
Yeah, you're 15. You have no life experience. You have this much life experience. Zero.
So
You
do
fucking
think
kids.
I've not experienced, like, somebody close to me death? You think I haven't experienced close to suicide? You think I haven't felt
You
harm?
kids.
You think I don't have
No.
depression and anxiety?
No,
think I
you have none. You don't know what it is. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. You're a weak-minded person. Yes, you're a weak-minded person.
Yeah, I'm a weak-minded
Yes.
person being able to sit here and listen to you criticize.
Yeah, you're a
me.
weak-minded
Well,
person,
man,
and look at how you're
I'm
acting.
weak.
Look at how you're acting.
Look at how you're acting.
How am I acting? I'm just telling you how it is.
Like a fucking ignorant slut.
What? Just telling you how it is? Telling you to lose some fucking weight and be healthy? What's wrong with me? Okay, so what's wrong with me telling you you're a fat bitch and lose some weight and fix yourself and maybe you'll look a little better? What's wrong with saying? Maybe you don't like my delivery, but what I'm saying is the truth.
I'm not a fat bitch.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a bitch, but I'm not fat.
Yes,
I'm
you
perfect
are.
The way I am.
All right,
You
sausage
are not.
hands.
You look like a motherfucking toad.
All right, sausage hands.
Suck a dick.
Put down the cheeseburger.
But yeah, he seems like a normal troll and Omegle, and yeah, he is, but there's more to it than that. And what could that be, may you ask? Well, so basically, he'd go on Omegle dressed as the Joker, or go in his Gypsy Crusader persona, and would call people the N-word, and would say incredibly racist stuff to people over Omegle. And at first, I thought it was joking, I thought it was being satire, I thought it was trolling, but unfortunately not, and it's just like being 100% serious. Before Paul Miller, aka Gypsy Crusader, developed that internet persona, he was a normal everyday guy, and he clearly wasn't racist as this video shows.
Seeing people coming up behind. Yes, I'm sorry, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was walking with my man Ken here, and I was just telling him that there's not even really a point of talking to them anymore. They're insane. They're delusional.
He wasn't anti-BLM or pro-BLM, but was neutral, and what pretty much turns off an internet persona, just how like our Fleck became the Joker in the film Joker, is almost identical. Society is what changed him. A movement that was supposed to provide good, change people's lives, and make people less racist is what turned this guy into a racist and turned his life upside down. And although his actions are not justified, I do sympathize for him, so I'm going to let him explain for himself.
So, what can you tell us? Like, you don't have to go through like everything that's happened, but can you tell us a short like story of like why am I seeing you on TikTok? Like what happened? What
I've never seen
like
you
what
on
happened
TikTok.
to you?
Black Lives Matter and Antifa destroyed my life. They ruined my life.
Why? How?
Didn't they like beat you up or some shit?
No, they attempted to beat me up in the city, but that was just one incident. I was a journalist, and I used to go to all kinds of rallies and protests and things like that, and I would cover it. I was independent. I was trying to make my way as a journalist. That's what I wanted to do. And I went to one protest that was kind of like an event thing with the Proud Boys. Antifa attacked me. They tried to kill me. I had them arrested. What's it called? The DA basically let them go throughout the case. They then doxed me. They got me fired. They harassed me. Then after that happened, they harassed me more. I had the FBI sent to my house. What else? And then after that happened, Floyd, that fucking died, And then they started burning shit all over the fucking country. So I started going to the riots because I was close to them. So I was living in New Jersey at the time. And I went to New York 3 times. I went to Philadelphia 3 times. And I physically went there and saw the riots. Do you understand? And then I started covering them and posting it online, what they were doing. All the niggas going into the fucking stores and looting everything in sight and just destroying blocks and city blocks all over the cities. It was insane. Fucking cops everywhere flying around. It was nuts. So after that happened, then Black Lives Matter didn't like that very much. So then my mother has a business. So they found my mother's business. They harassed my mother for weeks and weeks and weeks. They gave her death threats on Facebook. They called her. They called her for weeks on end, giving her death threats. Then they finally came to the house. About 60 fucking niggers came to my mother's house looking for me, not knowing that I don't live there, threatening to burn it down, screaming Black Lives Matter outside of my fucking mother's house. Then after that, they proceeded to dox me again and then get me fired from my personal training job. And then I was not able to make money anymore. And then after that, they continued to harass my parents and I had to move.
Well, when you were a journalist, were you a journalist like pro Black Lives Matter, or were you? Like,
no, I was neutral on it, on all of it. And Black Lives Matter hadn't really gotten to the point where it's at now, so I didn't really think about it. I just thought it was like a fringe group.
Well, I mean, you have a right to feel how you do about how you feel.
Yeah, they should be gassed and hanged, all of them.
Now, after hearing what this guy had to say, it kind of shows what cancel culture, doxing someone, ruining someone's life because of an opinion, because of free speech, can do to someone. And it wasn't even like he hated black people at the time. This is why I completely disagree with cancel culture and doxing people over an opinion or obviously online, because people are like, oh, they need a consequence, but all you're doing is you're radicalizing that person even more instead of taking the time to educate that person. The thing is though, instead of handling the situation nicely or calmly or civilly, no, let's go ruin this man's life. Like, as a black person, although I do not agree with his actions, there was no reason for these snowflakes or these people to go out of their way to go ruin his life and go after an old woman who probably can't even defend herself. And if you agree with what people did to him, you are honestly disgusting. Like, it honestly just shows how low people can honestly get. And the worst part is, he can't even go out living a normal life because all he'll ever be seen as is that racist guy on Omegle. Like, there is no coming back from this. And I think if people took a few minutes of their time to try to understand the situation now, I feel like people would have an understanding of where he came from and would probably understand why he's doing what he's doing. Now, I may be wrong about this, but I feel like he is not a terrible person, but a misguided person who's been radicalized by society and now has nothing left to lose. They've treated him like a racist, so now they've turned him into a racist. I do hope maybe one day he'll be able to turn his life around, but the chances are pretty slim because, to be honest, once there's something offensive over the internet, showing your face and it's gone viral, it's hard to come back from that. But yeah, the guy also got arrested recently for having illegal firearms because his house got raided by the FBI. Blazing stuff like that online, the FBI will pretty much put in a watch list anyways. But that's enough from me. See you in another video. Subscribe if you enjoyed.